Hey everyone! I know it's late, but all of you late owls, all of you night owls out there will have fun with our chat today. I am just here trying to help you answer the question, what are you struggling to figure out when it comes to essential oils? So if you have any questions about essential oils, if I can be of any help at all to you, please let me know and leave your comments below, and I will do my very best to help you answer those questions. I did post this in the group about an hour ago to give you guys an opportunity to leave your questions ahead. So, as you guys are typing in your questions, how I can be of help to you when it comes to using essential oils safely, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to answer some of the questions that were left earlier as you are typing your responses in there. So Megan asked the question, eucalyptus help with breathing? I am feeling a bit short of breath, like I can't breathe very well. So when it comes to breathing, I don't know if you have asthma, Megan, or if it's just stress or if it's what it is. So if you could help me with a little bit more information, but generally for adults, eucalyptus can be useful for breathing. Generally, fir needle is going to be a little bit better for respiratory issues or help with breathing, because if you have asthma, eucalyptus can actually make the problem worse. So you want to be super careful with certain essential oils, especially if you have chronic health issues to do with breathing. So be super careful about that. If I could get a little bit more info though, I can probably give you a little bit better answer than just general breathing. Hey Crystal, hey Melanie, thanks so much for joining tonight. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just here, open Q&A, so you can pick my brain if you need any help with anything. Nadia says, my sister gets nauseated every time she uses her diffuser. She only puts 2 or 3 drops per 20 ml of water, what the device recommended. She was using blends and I told her to try individual scents. Any recommendations on how she should proceed? My question is, how long is she diffusing? Even if you put 2 or 3 drops in per 20 mils of water, if you're diffusing all day long, that can cause some issues. You can definitely feel nauseated. Some people feel like they have headaches. Some people have allergy symptoms if you are over diffusing. Now, I do talk about this over in our free learning center over at leahjacobson.com. Click any of the learning center buttons or scroll down until you hit the yellow box, enroll for free, and then you can join, then you can enter our membership area. Just click on inhaling. There are links in there and different menu options for a diffuser that tells you how long to diffuse and all of that stuff. So there's a ton of information over there. And because there are new people all the time joining live, and you guys haven't heard about this yet, Facebook is censoring what I can say. Because I don't sell essential oils, the FDA doesn't care if I use medical terms. The FDA doesn't care if I tell you the therapeutic properties of essential oils and all of the benefits. But unfortunately, Facebook does. They are afraid. They don't really know. Their robots are patrolling and they're seeing me talk about phalange cleansers and the thing I can't say. I'm even afraid to say it on video. So anyways, the point is, I have created a free membership for everybody to get the information, so I can literally spell it out for you and give you the information that you need and that you are looking for without breaking any of Facebook's rules. So this is something that I thought would be a good idea before, so I kind of had the idea, but as soon as Facebook started to get crazy, especially around the C thing going around, then I started to have to really accelerate moving everything over there. And so you can join, again, leahjacobson.com learning center is absolutely free to enroll, and you can get more questions over there. I have to be super careful how I answer questions here. Even on the video, I feel like I can't exactly be helpful enough to you guys sometimes and use the words that I want to use. Crystal's asking, what can help with anxiety? I have heard many, but wanted an expert's advice. There are certain essential oils that are inherently calming. There are others that are actually sedative. So both of those can help with anxiety. and help you feel more calm. But also, an easy fix is an easy way to figure out exactly what that could be for you is just think what essential oils, when you inhale them, really do truly make you feel better, make you feel more calm. Now, for some, that's lavender. For others, it's stimulating. For other people, sweet orange is great. Geranium is great. Cedarwood is sedative. Sandalwood is sedative as well. So it really depends on, do you want something more sedative, more calming? But any of those can help. If you actually type me a list, Crystal, of some of the essential oils that you have on hand, I can let you know which ones are probably going to work for you better than others. Bergamot is another one that's very calming, even sedative for some, and that can help. And you want to inhale it, by the way. Don't slather it on your feet. Don't run it down your spine. Don't ingest it. Simple inhalation is going to help with emotional type issues. So that is a cue for all of you. If you are applying essential oils topically, so if you're slathering them on your skin, with or without diluting, it's not going to provide you as good a result as if you inhale those essential oils, because it actually affects the limbic area of your brain and you get a much more effective result. Are there any essential oils that will help cleanse virus out of the air? I do have some recipes over in my Essential Oil Recipes Club. So eorecipesclub.com, or you can go to leahjacobson.com, scroll down till you hit the green box. There is a free level. And that V word that you used is in the menu. So if you click on that, you can see your options even at the free level. Of what you can use for that. And you can diffuse it. You can use your personal inhaler, especially if you leave your house and you are going into stores. Make up a blend, throw it in here, deep inhalation before you go in. When you come out, another deep inhalation. Cleanse your fingers with that recipe that I have in there as well. And also in the Learning Center too, there is information about immunity. If you click immunity in the menu, I have an elderberry syrup recipe. I talk about the sea thing going around and what you can do for that, as well as other things as well. So feel free to ask your questions over there, because I can be completely blunt with you. I can use medical terms. I can use therapeutic properties. We can talk about it and spell it out and not have to use funky lettering or say phalange cleanser. So feel free to use the area over there, because I make the rules and I say it's okay over there. Crystal, what types of diffuser do you recommend for kiddos' room? I really like the Jasmine diffuser. Let me see if I can find this live in the group and I can tag you, or I can link you to it, but I do have a link to it in our Learning Center under inhaling. If you click diffuser, my favorite one is over there, and it is the Jasmine. It goes 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off, which is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to add a link to the Jasmine directly in here. And the reason why that's so great is because it prevents olfactory fatigue. So earlier, the question about feeling nauseated when you are diffusing could be from over diffusing. So one that has a really great timer built in is the Jasmine. I also have a link to a timer that I personally have that works really great for intermittent diffusing. So if you already have a diffuser, you spent $50, $100 on it, and you want to use that instead, you do not have to buy a new one if you don't want to. Of course, if you're brand new, just grab the diffuser that has the built-in timing function. But I do have a link for a timer there as well. Grace, to get to the Learning Center, just go to leahjacobson.com. Either click the Learning Center in the menu or in the header, or scroll down until you hit the yellow box that says Learning Center. You can enroll for free there, and then click the confirmation. Then you can zip on over and log in and access all of our information over there. I am still adding information from our website, but there's a lot over there to get you started. Catherine's asking, what can I use in a diffuser safely overnight to ease congestion that's safe for my 10-month-old and 2-year-old? We also have a dog. Yes. So you can actually go to the Learning Center and click Children in the menu, and you can find a ton of information over there. I also have a free recipe for congestion too. So both places, leahjacobson.com, yellow box, green box. You can have there is a free level of the EO Recipes Club. The Learning Center is 100% free. That's just where I'm putting information that I can be plainly speaking with you guys about. But to answer your question as well, Fir Needle is absolutely amazing. There are other options, and this actually reminds me, I need to actually, I'm going to make myself a note. I have a free guide that talks about child-safe alternatives to eucalyptus, rosemary, and peppermint that I have to add over there. So give me 1 second. Children, congestion. Yeah, so I haven't moved that over. That's something I didn't move over. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to link it for you right now directly. This is directly to the PDF, so you can bypass logging in and everything. And that gives you a ton of information. It lets you know why not use your typical eucalyptus, peppermint, rosemary essential oils, what you can use instead, a personal inhaler recipe, as well as substitutions. I mean, there's like an entire chunk list of alternatives that you can use instead. So use that link, get directly on over there. It should work for everybody, regardless if you are logged in or not, and you can access the free information right there. So I hope that helps answer your question. Caitlin is asking, how do I use essential oils when I have cats, dogs, babies, small children in my home? Personal inhaler. This is what you can use. So instead of diffusing essential oils and filling your room, filling your house, you can use a personal inhaler. So let me dissect this for those of you who have not seen me do this yet. You can add your drops of essential oil directly to this wick right here. Generally, you can add about 15 drops. It's okay to go over. If you go over, that's totally and completely fine. But generally, it absorbs about 15 drops of essential oil. Screw this piece on with the holes in it. This is what you are going to use to breathe it in. And then you just put it back together. And you take 1 to 3 deep inhalations, depending on what the issue is, depending if one works for you, depending if you need 3. And you just simply hold it near your nose because it's a little wide to fit inside of your nose, but the plastic ones are tapered and they do slide in and they do fit. So put it near your nose and exhale through your mouth. And you can do that 1 to 3 times depending on your issue. Very, very effective. Very effective. Now, you can even give these to your kids as long as you are using safe essential oils for kids in them, right? And then your pets aren't exposed. As for cats, there are no essential oils that are going to be safe to use with cats, and you can find more information in the Learning Center. Click on pets. I have information for dogs and for cats in there for you for more information, but what you can use when you don't want to expose other people to the things that you personally want to inhale is going to be a personal inhaler. Jana, what is best for killing germs? Tea tree and lemon essential oils are going to be your best bet for killing germs. I do have links to PubMed articles in the EO Recipes Club. Click the VIRUS in the menu. Then you can find the phalange cleanser recipes listed over there. And I have PubMed links explaining, there's just a few because there's so many out there, but I have a few over there explaining why tea tree, why lemon. But they are absolutely amazing. The other benefit is they are safe for all ages and they do not have any known safety issues. Now, yes, people are allergic to tea tree. Yes, some people are allergic to lemon. Of course, we can't predict that, but those are going to be your best bet. Shanna's asking, which oils should I recommend beside Immune Boost to help others try to stay healthy? So there aren't any essential oils that technically boost the immune system. Yes, they can kill germs, but they do not boost the immune system. You want to rely on herbs, things like elderberry to do that. And so if you join the Learning Center for free over at leahjacobson.com, look for the yellow box, access for free, click on the immunity link, and I have information. I have a free recipe over there for you that you can download and make your own elderberry syrup, and there's other suggestions over there as well. Crystal saying I have tea tree, lavender. Okay, so this is back to, sorry, I'm a little behind. So for anxiety, so you have tea tree, lavender, peppermint, clove, rose, frankincense. Ooh, you have rose. Okay, so you know what? I would suggest, trying one at a time and inhaling. Tea tree is not going to really help with anxiety. Lavender can for some people. Peppermint actually can for some people. I would probably stay away from clove, but rose would be great inhaled, and frankincense. I'm almost thinking like a lavender rose frankincense blend would be really nice in your personal inhaler. Jessica, what is the difference between inhaling oils from rubbing your hands together and inhaling versus using a diffuser? Oh, what a wonderful question! There is a big difference because when you are adding essential oils to your hands, guess what? Now you have topical exposure that is completely unnecessary when you are inhaling. So I've seen the suggestion of not even diluting first, but adding the essential oils directly to your hands. So you can have a topical skin reaction unnecessarily because it's not even a skin issue when you can use a personal inhaler. So it's going to be a lot more effective to do it this way in a personal inhaler. It's okay, Crystal, probably a few more, but I'm not home to look. And feel free, guys, if you need to email me, just feel free to email me as well. If you have any follow-ups to any of this. Are essential oils safe for the elderly? It depends on the essential oil. Just like kids, I would be careful of the elderly as well. I would dilute extra. I would be more careful of the stronger essential oils around the elderly. So it would depend on the essential oil. If you have any specifics in mind, Melanie, feel free to type them in and I can help you. Grace, okay, so I'm a little behind here. How do I get to the Learning Center? So yeah, leahjacobson.com, yellow box, enroll for free. Those of you, by the way, I want to point something out. Some of you think you aren't in the right place when you are, when it comes to the Learning Center. So let me show you guys something. When you enroll for free, you are going to receive a confirmation email making sure that that is what you want to do. So click the confirmation that you do want access to this, whatever it is, whether it's the Recipes Club or the Learning Center, whatever that it is. Click the confirmation email. If you do not happen to get that, please let me know. Look in your spam, look in your promotions, email me and let me know, and I can help you with that. But otherwise, when you get the confirmation to the confirmation email, it will have your login details. So click the link that's in that email. Cut and paste the password with no spaces. Try to use Chrome and it should let you in with no problem. But there is a small percentage of you that struggle with this, that have a problem. Not on your end, but sometimes when you are cutting and pasting, it's accidentally grabbing a space. And that actually does affect whether it allows you to log in or not. The other option is you can go directly to our library and log in there. That's leahjacobson.com/library if that link in your email is not working for you somehow. But once you get to the library page, you can scroll down and you can see, do you see where it says Access Now? So it's a green button. It says Access Now. That is where you want to click. If you haven't enrolled yet, then you definitely want to click on the Not a Member. That is the white button beside it. So you can click Not a Member and that will bring you to the page where you need to enroll. But otherwise, click Access Now and that will bring you right into where you need to be when it decides to load. There we go. So I have updated the image to reflect. Do you see where it's flashing my profile? That is where you want to click. When you are on mobile, you want to click those 3 lines. So some of you get here and I understand. I get it. But you get here and you're like, I don't see anything. You're scrolling down, you are seeing the other options of resources and you are clicking there and you're at a product page to purchase, right? So just do not scroll down. Click on those 3 lines and guess what happens? It expands the whole menu. It expands the whole menu. And from there, you can click and access all of the information. So I hope that helps some of you understand the process. It's easy. I mean, you guys registered for Facebook, right? You logged in, you had to register, you had to click your email, you had all of this stuff, right? We jumped through hoops for Facebook, and it keeps you logged in generally, right? The Learning Center also does the same thing. It will keep you logged in and it will remember you as long as you are using the same device. So you only have to do that one time. But then you are in there. You can click hearts. Just one more thing on here, and then I'm going to answer your questions. So there's stuff in the menu here. I'm going to click on one of them. So I'm clicking on brands. It was just random. Clicking on brands. So as you see the different posts here, you can actually click on it. So I'm going to click on therapeutic grade just because it's here. See the heart? Do you see the heart right under the 3 lines? You can actually click that heart. See how now it's pink? They actually made it. Actually, I clicked it and it was pink and then it went away. Where is it? It used to be a star, but okay, there it is. So now it's pink. So what happens then is when you click the 3 lines again, and of course on a desktop, everything's open all the time for you and you don't have to keep clicking the 3 lines, but on mobile it is. When you click the 3 lines, you then can go to the top. Do you see the heart beside the magnifying glass? If you click that heart, it will list all of the things that you hearted, all of the things you want saved. So if there are different recipes in the recipes club, if there are different posts that maybe you asked me a question on and you want to make sure you can come back to it, see my answer, click the heart on the post. Then up in the menu, you can just click the heart again and it will expand and show you a list of all of the different posts and the different things that you wanted to basically save in a list for you. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot more organized than Facebook. It's a lot easier to use than Facebook as far as answers. Okay, so enough of that. I hope that helped help you to understand exactly how to use it. It is really, really super easy. So let me get back to your questions. Let's see. We have so that answers Grace's question. Sue is saying, oh yeah, I was looking for the link to the timer. It's in the Learning Center. Yes. So the link to the timer for the diffuser is in the Learning Center. Click inhaling, then click diffuser, and there's a link right in there. Melissa, top choices for oils for little ones, 1 and 3, that are not only good for congestion, but are also good expectorants. You can find, that PDF that I linked to actually just above your comment, Melissa, can help you. There's a ton of information in there. There is also information and recipes on the free level of our EO Recipes Club. Now, that is separate from the Learning Center, so you do have to choose to enroll in each of those if that is what you want to. Yes, Melanie, there is a free membership. It's basically all of the information we share for free anyways behind a membership because I use medical terms and keywords that Facebook doesn't like me using, and I'm free to talk with you guys about all of that stuff over there without Facebook robots getting in there. You can get in, but the robots can't get in. So it's just a protective measure. How to safely use oils for my daughter, 1-year-old. So Violet, you can access the Learning Center, click on Children in the menu, and there's a ton of information. And if you have any questions about any of that information, just add a comment below and I will answer you as soon as I see it. How often do you use the personal inhaler, Gabriella? So that is a great question. It really depends on your need, why you are using it, what you need to use it for. If you are heavily congested, I would probably suggest a steam inhalation, but you may need to use it more often. If you have anxiety, you may find once a day is enough. You may need it 3 times a day. It's really going to depend on why you are using it. And this all is assuming you are using the correct essential oils. So if you know which essential oils to add, then you should only need to have this every once in a while. You know, it's definitely an as needed basis, but you should not need to use your personal inhaler every 30 minutes. If you are using this every 30 minutes or every hour, you either need to go to a hospital or you need to choose different essential oils. By the way, I just released my course this morning, ueosbasics.com, or find it in our library. And we talk about all of this. I answer all of the questions, all of those nitty-gritty questions about personal inhalers, about how often to inhale, what to inhale, when to inhale, how often to apply topically, what to apply topically, the dilution to apply topically. All of those answers are over there in the course that is open for the first and only time in 2020, and it has not been open for a full year. So if you guys are looking for a deep dive into essential oils that is completely understandable for even the newbie, you need to check it out. The what am I trying to say? The early bird pricing does go away on Friday, so act fast. Hey Caitlin, what is the best oil for personal inhaler for all ages? Well, it depends, Kelly, on the situation. It depends on what you need it for. I only recommend using essential oils as needed. So if there's a specific situation, Kelly, that you are wishing to get help with, then I can offer suggestions. Melanie, free membership, yes. Jessica, is the main concern with topical exposure on your hands to inhale is that you might have a sensitivity reaction, or that it's not appropriate to apply topically since it's not just less effective, a waste of money, or yeah, actually all of the above. So when you are applying it to your skin to inhale, you are risking topical skin irritation. You are also wasting your essential oils because instead of adding your 15 drops to a personal inhaler and using this as needed, so I mean, even if daily, that 15 drops is going to last you for a couple of months, right? If you are adding a drop or two to your palms every day or every several hours, you are wasting a lot of essential oils as well. So it is a waste of money. It is a concern as far as topical irritant. That is definitely a concern as well. And as far as it being less effective, that's a great question. I think it probably is going to be a bit less effective because you do have 15 drops in here. So unless you're adding 15 drops to your hand, it's probably going to also be less effective. I mean, if you do it in a pinch, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to die from it, right? If you have done it, don't freak out, but it is definitely preferred to use something like a personal inhaler, or if you have any aroma jewelry, you can add some drops to your aroma jewelry as well, and then you can inhale directly from your aroma jewelry as well, instead of having that potential irritating factor on your hands. It has nothing to do with the rubbing into your hands. I mean, other than, like we already mentioned, the topical irritant factor. Okay, Zelda, not sure if this was asked already, but do you have a specific brand of oils you suggest? No, I really don't. We are completely brand free. We are all about the safety of essential oils here, but I do have some brands that I like and some brands that I don't like. And I have a ton of information over in the Learning Center. So if you go to leahjacobson.com, click Learning Center. If you are on your desktop, on mobile, you may need to scroll down until you find the yellow box that says Learning Center. Enroll for free. Click Brands. And I do have information over there, including a downloadable, printable informational sheet that you can use to determine when you go to a website if this is a website that you personally want to purchase from too. And it has to do with checking for different safety. I also have a link to all of the YouTube videos that I have done for brand reviews. Most of them are non-US brands for now, because that's where I started. A lot of you from Canada and Australia and the UK and different places were like, okay, so you do talk about US brands, but what about the non-US brands? So I started to go live and screen share with you guys as I was walking through different brands. So even if you aren't from outside of the US, even if you are from the US, you can actually learn a lot just from my walkthroughs, because it's the same sort of thing that you are going to look for no matter which website that you go to. And you are just looking for information as far as if they have safety information. There's just a ton of information over there. So click Brands in the menu once you are logged into the Learning Center. Kelly, okay, so tea tree and lemon essential oils are going to be your best bet for anti-germ options that are going to be safe for all ages to inhale. There's no known safety issues, safe for all ages. So as long as you are using it smartly, as long as you aren't diffusing it the entire day, as long as you aren't drinking them, as long as you aren't slathering them on your skin, you can safely use those two essential oils. A question I cannot actually... Oh, I forgot I can actually add your questions to the broadcast. That is super fun. I forgot about that. There's a question from somebody. I cannot actually see their face or their name, but somebody's asking, can essential oils help with digestive issues? Someone recommended me applying essential oils topically for indigestion. If you have like actual physical pain or physical discomfort relating to digestion, yes, topical application can be useful. Generally, though, inhalation is going to be effective for digestive issues. And some of those essential oils might be ginger and orange. Ginger is very, very, very strong. Um, Actually, I have some free information, non essential oil information, like for herbs and other teas and different things to help with digestive issues in the EO Recipes Club. So if you go to either eorecipesclub.com, if you click on leahjacobson.com, scroll down till you hit the green box, enroll for at the free level over there. There is information in the introduction post for stomach upset. So do not underestimate the free level of the EO Recipes Club. Yes, we have a buttload of information and recipes that are obviously part of the free section. I mean, of the paid areas in the VIP section. But there is still some free information in all of those introductory posts that can help you with your situation, even if you don't have an exact recipe. And the stomach upset post is one of those. You are awesome. Thank you for all of your information. You are welcome, Melanie. You are welcome, Zelda. You are welcome, Kelly. Hi, Nikki. So are there any more questions? How can I help? I just want to help you guys kind of figure out what to do in this situation in general, or if you have any specific questions not related to the global issue that is going on out there, please let me know. I want to be of help to you. You are welcome, Anita. You are so welcome. So I do have resources over in the library. So if you go on over to our library and scroll to look at the options, you can find them there. Again, the Learning Center is 100% free. I only have it membership style so that you guys can log in. It keeps the Facebook robots out so that I can be plain in my speak, because Facebook even flagged one of my posts because they didn't like the wording I had on my website. So that's why I'm locking it down behind a membership. But there's a free level of the EO Recipes Club. There's a free level of the blends safety files, of which I will be adding more blends to this evening because it is Monday, and that's what I do on Mondays is I add at least 10 to 12 different new blends that I review for you for the safety. So look for that post later tonight. Telling you which those are, but there is a free level of the single safety files as well. So those of you who do not want to purchase or cannot afford to purchase can still get some information that can be of use. And of course, you can always pick my brain here on the lives. Debbie, health question. 221, got stuffed like a cold. On 229, went to urgent care, cortisone shot, nebulizer medicine, and that word. Week later, called my pulmonary doctor. It's seasonal allergies causing acute bronchitis. Nasal swab and throat swabs done. Diffusing lavender and spearmint during the night. Grapefruit during the day. Cough is still with me. You may be overdoing it. If you are diffusing during the night and during the day, you may be overdoing it. Chest has improved. Still in allergy country. Bought air cleaner for RV. Walking, laughing, talking, tightness in chest with cough and peeing pants. I am better, but with pollen, I am still suffering. Unisex helps, but limited movement, walking, getting out of RV with chest feeling like I cannot get my breath help. I do have a recipe for allergies. It's on the free level of the EO Recipes Club, so I would suggest that. If you have a personal inhaler, pull that out and use that. Diffusing, for one thing, is not going to be as effective because it is going to be just kind of ambient in the air. You may notice it, but if you are suffering like that, like you need a more effective result from a personal inhaler, it's going to be more intense when you inhale and going to have more effect for you. I would also look into the exact essential oils that you are diffusing. Grapefruit typically is not one that is for allergies. Same with spearmint. And as far as your diffusing, definitely cut down on the length of time you are diffusing. Try to use a personal inhaler instead if possible. And check out the free recipe over in the EO Recipes Club for allergies. Hopefully you have those essential oils on hand, and if not, you can grab them. And if you don't have all the essential oils over there, please leave a comment over there and I will reply. Let me know which essential oils that you do have so that I can be more helpful there as well. Nikki, question about the personal inhaler. How many drops of Melaleuca. Do you mix lemon and Melaleuca? Couldn't get signed into free learning. Grandma 94 years. Sorry, how many drops in her diffuser, Melaleuca or lemon? Okay, so as far as the diffuser, you want to generally add between 5 and 10 drops, and you can go 50-50. So you can do 5 drops of each, or 2 or 3 drops of each. As far as a personal inhaler, it's generally 15 drops. So, 8 and 7, 10 and 5. You can, do it kind of half and half. It depends on how you want to split that up. But I generally do kind of like a 50-50 deal with the tea tree and the lemon because they are both so effective. I know tea tree has a pretty medicinal aroma. Lemon is usually a bit more nicer to smell. But tea tree is super, 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 super powerful. So I like to just kind of split them 50-50 generally. Has anyone ever died from misusing essential oils? Yes, people have. Especially, it's more the children that kind of get into the essential oils and they just kind of drink them and overdo it. But yes, people have. Cats have died as well. Dogs have died. People have died from the misuse of essential oils. Velma, you said tea tree and lemon is great for cleaning and antibacterial. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Those are the dynamic duo in my cleaning recipe. So I do have a cleaning spray recipe for free. So it is at the free level of the EO Recipes Club. And Nikki, please email me. I would really like for you to be able to get into the Learning Center. Sometimes there are email addresses that are flagged and blacklisted by Kartra, which is the system I use, because they get their information from a bunch of different places. So if your email was ever flagged by spam or as spam by somebody, it potentially could be on a list where we will not send out an email to you, or vice versa. So if you email me, I can look into the situation and see if your email was blacklisted or whatnot. I can email Kartra, they can lift the ban, and you can get in. So please go ahead and email me using eossafely@gmail.com so that we can get to the bottom of that, because it would be super handy if you could just get in there and not have to worry about catching me live. Anita, it's very difficult for me to find personal inhalers that ship to Bolivia without having crazy shipping costs. So I just found some plain white ones here that are very simple. Perfect. Would these work too? Absolutely. Yeah, you can absolutely use. A personal inhaler, there are some lesser expensive, so there's more inexpensive, I can't even talk. There's some inexpensive personal inhalers that are plastic instead of these fancy aluminum and glass ones, and you can absolutely use those. I mean, technically, you can put some drops of essential oil on a cotton ball and put it in a baggie, or, I was about to say an empty film canister. Does anybody even have those anymore? I just remember my mom saving those little black film canisters with the dark gray lids, right? And I don't know what, we put tacks in them or something. And, but you can use, empty medicine, prescription bottles, anything that you want to use. There's plenty of DIY options out there. If you cannot find or do not want to spend money for a personal inhaler, you can definitely find some DIY options. Sunny, is the cleaner made with cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, radiata? No, rosemary and lemon, safe for use. Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me about my recipe. I'm like, nope, that's not my recipe. Is it safe for use? So many people use it, but I don't know what's in the cleaner. Are they using it in the gymnastics? Then they are using it in the gymnastics gym to clean it. No, I do not recommend that blend for use with children. If you are pregnant, if you are on blood thinners, there are a lot of safety issues with that particular blend. So use tea tree and lemon instead. It's lots more affordable and it does not have those risks. And if you want to know exactly why, you can go to eoblendsafety.com and even enroll at the free level, and I let you know all of the safety issues behind the thieves, the on guard, the germ fighter. I don't know what all of those anti-germ ones are. I have several of those available at the free level so that you can see why I'm telling you to avoid using those for most people. There are essential oils in here not safe for pregnancy, not safe for breastfeeding, not safe for children under the age of 10 to inhale, not safe to use topically due to their very, very, very low topical max. Some of those are anticoagulant, which means they thin the blood, so they can cause nosebleeds, or if you are prone to nosebleeds, they can make it worse. Shouldn't be used before and after surgery, have drug interactions. So yeah, there's a lot of safety issues, unfortunately, with that cleaner, with that blend, I should say. And then as far as the other ingredients in the cleaner that aren't essential oils, I'm not going to speak to that because that is not my area of expertise, although I do definitely have opinions. But as far as the essential oils in the blend, yeah, lots of safety issues. So go ahead and check it out at the free level of eoblendsafety.com for more details. Plastic won't melt or something like that by the essential oils. Okay, so the plastic inhalers do still have a wick inside. So this wick is loose inside of here because it's the new one, so they're a little bit loose, which makes it easy to come out, which is great because the other ones were fatter, which I actually didn't mind because the fatter ones I used to just stick in here, so it would be sticking up and it would hold itself, and I would add all of my drips of essential oils and then I would push it down. But the plastic inhalers, I probably have some, but I don't know if I have any super handy. The plastic inhalers basically encapsulate the wick. So you add your essential oils to the wick, and then it's rattling around inside of the plastic inhaler. So no, it's not going to break down the plastic or anything like that, because it's really not touching it. It's all in the wick. Okay. Any more questions about essential oils? You are welcome. Oh, Velma, what do you put in the inhaler with the essential oil? Actually, you don't put anything. So because you are inhaling, the air is kind of your carrier. So you don't need a carrier in the personal inhaler. And in fact, it won't work as well because it will, number one, be diluted, number two, be kind of clogged up. So just use essential oils in the personal inhaler. Just use essential oils in your aroma jewelry. It's only when you apply them to your skin that you need to dilute them. Awesome questions. You guys are great. I love it. You guys have awesome questions. Oh, and to answer a couple of questions from my post from before when I was telling you guys I was going to come live, Ashley was wondering about diffusers. They don't screw in the bottle of oils, but they don't take water. How much oil do I suggest in something like that? So I don't know exactly the diffuser type, but if you are actually talking about the nebulizing diffusers where the essential oil bottle is not screwed in, but you are still supposed to like dump your essential oils in there, I do not recommend those type of diffusers. And I do have a nebulizers tab under the inhaling tab in our learning center as well that talks about this. But putting straight essential oils into the air can actually cause problems because it's not diluted at all and it's going to be super concentrated. So if you are diffusing like more than a minute or whatever, it can be really, really strong. It can cause headaches. You can feel nauseated. It can cause allergy symptoms. It can cause trouble with breathing. It's just going to be way too intense. Those type of diffusers or nebulizers, I should say, are best when, say, your kid's been hacking all night and now they've moved to the living room so they can hack in there, and you want to diffuse something in their room to kill the germs. You can use a nebulizer at that point as long as nobody's in the room, because it's going to be super strong and super, super concentrated. So that is not something you want to diffuse if you are going to be around and in the room, because it's very much way too concentrated. Hannah, when you do a 3% dilution with the multiple essential oils, how do you decide how much of each oil to put in it, if that makes any sense? Yes, it does. So we go over this in the basics course too. I break it down step by step exactly how to figure all of this out, and you can find that in the library, the basics course I just released this morning. But you want to actually kind of do the math out. Now, if you are I was going to say if you were inhaling, but you were talking about a dilution, so of course it only will be topical use at that point. You want to look for the safety of the essential oils. You want to look for any topical max dilutions. If you have something with a low topical max that you can only do a 1% with, you want to make sure you are only using 1% of your blend that has that one with a topical max of 1%. You want to go by therapeutic property. I mean, there's just so many ways, because this is a little bit of a general question that you can go with this. But when I blend a recipe, when I create recipes for the EO Recipes Club, I go by therapeutic properties. So I know the essential oils that are highest in different therapeutic properties, and that is how I blend. I also take into consideration any topical maxes, of course, any safety issues, and I blend that way. In the case of, let me see if I can think of something specific with the 3%. If I know that there is kind of like a main player in a blend, like for example, a sleep blend, I have a linen spray recipe in the free level of our EO Recipes Club under sleep. So that is one example. You may find that I am going to add a sedative as kind of like stronger in that 3% dilution than I will a calming essential oil, because a sedative essential oil is going to be more effective. So you want to use more of the essential oils that you know are going to be effective for that intention and for that blend. And you want to make sure that you are not using filler essential oils in that blend. So it depends on what essential oils you are talking about, Hannah. You did sign up. Oh, I'm so excited. Then you are going to be good to go then. You are going to have all your answers, all of your questions answered very, very soon then. Super exciting. Yeah, so we go over all of that. If you want to give me any specifics that can be helpful, I'm just kind of like brain dumping on you, and I don't know if this is very helpful to you or not, but yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you have therapeutic properties in mind, and you want more of those in there than like for example, for sleep, you want sedative. You want a lot of sedative essential oils in there and less of other ones that maybe are calming, maybe are supportive, but maybe not be 100% sedative. So yeah, it just takes education and knowledge of knowing what's in the essential oil, and other factors as well. So Pam, any calming essential oils that would be safe around pregnant women going to a meeting? Yes. Sweet orange can be helpful in calming. Lavender can be helpful in calming, specifically the French or the Bulgarian lavenders. Let's see. Bergamot. So is this something that you plan on diffusing there? Or because anybody can have a reaction to anything. Maybe let me know how you intend to use this. But there are some calming essential oils, geranium, clary sage, that is safe for pregnant women. I don't know if you intend on wearing the essential oils, diffusing the essential oils. Let me know more, Pam. I'm calling you Pam. I hope you don't mind. P-A-M. So I can be a little bit more helpful. Colleen, what oil can you use instead of sweet orange? That's going to depend on why you are using sweet orange. If it's for a digestive recipe, then there's going to be other substitutions than for, say, a calming recipe or whatever. So let me know how you intend, or what recipe is calling for the sweet orange that you want to swap out, and then I can be more helpful. How long does a person... I want to add this to the broadcast. It's more fun when I do this. I keep forgetting to do this. How long does a personal inhaler last, and what's a safe number of sniffs to inhale per day? Well, how many times per day is really going to depend on your situation. It's going to depend on, oh my gosh, so many different factors. But if you are inhaling more than once an hour, you probably either aren't using the correct essential oils, or it's a more serious issue that essential oils are simply not working for. As far as how long it lasts, it really depends on how often you are using it. If you are using this a couple times a day, then you want to replenish the essential oils. So add the same blend to the wick right on top. Say maybe every month, say. But generally, if you are using it maybe a couple times a week or once a week, these can last several months. So it's really going to depend on how often you are opening them up and using them. Because essential oils are volatile. They evaporate. So every time you open this and those molecules waft off out of here and up into your nose, it's being used up. So over time, you are going to need to replenish those essential oils. So the frequency of opening is going to determine how quickly that you are going to need to replenish those essential oils. Let's see. Hi, is On Guard safe to diffuse around pets, cats, and dogs? It is not. It's not safe for children under the age of 10 either, or pregnant women, or if you are on medications, even baby aspirin, it's anticoagulant. So I actually have all of the details of the safety for that blend and several others over in the Essential Oil Blends safety files. So if you go to leahjacobson.com/library. Let me type this in, library. And if you click on the essential oil blend safety files, there is a free level available that actually spells out all of the safety to do with On Guard, so that you can look all of that up over there without even having to say anything. Yeah, Kelly, I knew what you meant. Oh, Pam. Okay, so you're suggesting, so if you are wearing it, then it's in your personal space and that is fine for you. I would suggest not diffusing in a space with a bunch of women that they may be allergic to something, even something like lavender or orange. I mean, people can be allergic to absolutely anything. So even essential oils that don't have any known issues can cause problems. So be super careful with that. I would not recommend diffusing it, just in case. And you can actually find more information over in our learning center if you click on inhaling and click on diffusing in public places, just to have a little bit of awareness of why I don't recommend doing that. I'm still working, guys. I'm still working on that, what to print out for the classroom thing, except all the schools are being canceled, so I really don't see it as much of a priority right now since nobody's even going anywhere anymore. Anyways, Nikki, that's probably why my crazy email may go to your spam. Okay, I have not actually checked my email in a while, so I will be doing that when I get off. So I am a little behind on email. Sunny, I have one of those essential oil necklaces. How do I use it safely? Just wear it for short periods of time. You can actually wear the necklace. Let me click add to broadcast. You can actually wear diffuser necklaces all day long because you are only adding 1 drop, maybe 2 drops of essential oil to it. So you can absolutely wear it all day long. You don't have to put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. As for the safety, it's going to depend on what essential oils that you are using. Make sure that the essential oils that you are choosing to use and add anywhere, no matter how you're using it, make sure that they are safe for you and make sure they are safe for anyone else that happens to be in the room if you are diffusing, and so on. So always look up the safety of the essential oil. Let's see. You are welcome, Lara. I don't know if it's a Lara or Laura. I have a friend, Lara, who has it spelled like that, and she pronounces it Lara. You are welcome, Pam, as well. Does anyone have any more questions? As you are typing them in, I am going to address another question from Ashley, asking what the difference between an essential oil and an absolute is. And this is actually part of week 1, all about essential oils in the course. So if you have not heard, I just opened up the Using Essential Oils Safely Basics course for the first time in about a year, and it's the only class opening for this year. So if you want to further your education without having to spend thousands of dollars on an official certification, when you simply want to know how to use essential oil safely for your family, please feel free to join us. And the early bird ends on Friday. The early bird pricing ends on Friday. So if you go to our library, you can actually find it. It's the 3rd item down, Using Essential Oils Safely Basics. But I will answer your question. So essential oils are generally steam distilled or they are cold pressed. Absolute is like another version. It's technically not an essential oil if it is an absolute, because the plant matter is actually steeped or soaked in a solvent. Generally, it's going to be hexane. So the plant matter is, and the plant matter being usually delicate flowers like jasmine and rose, where the steam inhalation would completely obliterate them and trash them, and we would not have much of an essential oil because they have very, very little oils in them. So absolute is something that you are going to see for jasmine and for rose. If you do find essential oils, versions of those, they are going to be extremely expensive. So an absolute is just another extraction method for an essential oil, even though it's technically not an essential oil when it's an absolute. And it generally has a lower topical max. It definitely has a topical max because generally there is a little bit of trace solvent left behind. It's usually not enough to be worrisome, but we usually have topical maxes for absolutes. Any other question? You are welcome, Sunny. Happy to help. Can phototoxic oils, citrus mostly, be diluted enough to not cause a reaction? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. And if you go to our learning center, you can actually find a tab. I have moved the phototoxicity information over there. So click phototoxicity over in our learning center. Again, leahjacobson.com. You can either scroll down till you hit the yellow box and enroll there, or you can do /library. Get in our library, click not a member, and you can enroll for absolutely free, and then click phototoxicity in the tab, and it talks all about that. So not all citrus are actually phototoxic, and even the ones that are can be safely used as long as you properly dilute them first. Some of them, like bergamot, have a super low topical max, like 0.4%, and it's usually best inhaled anyways. Lemon is one that has a 2% topical max before it's phototoxic. So yeah, there are different percentages over there that I have listed out for you so that you know if you still want to use them topically, how much that you need to use to stay safe and not cause a phototoxicity. So excellent question. Susan, for some reason I can't click add to broadcast on your question. So true, can't use On Guard because I had surgery and currently take baby aspirin, prevent blood clots. Yeah. So there are lots of safety issues with the On Guard /Thieves /anti-germ blends out there. So be super, super careful. Anita's asking, me again, it's almost 1 a.m. here. Please tell me if there's an essential oil that can help with my husband snoring. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I have actually had somebody tell me that my sleep blend worked for their husband's snoring. So this is not something I can guarantee, but I think it's a sedative essential oils in there that help them kind of get into a more of a deeper sleep that could help. Just turn him over onto his side. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yay, already enrolled and use the hand sand recipe. Thank you. You are very welcome. That's a great, I can just say hand sand. The hand sand recipe. Thank you, Pam. Because when I say phalange cleaner, people don't know. Not everybody has seen Friends. So they're like, what's a phalange? Like, how do you even pronounce it? What the heck is that? And I'm like trying to be, it's kind of annoying because of some of the wording that I've had to use for things on Facebook just to make sure they don't get mad at me. It's like, this is so ridiculous. But fortunately, over on my website, I can say whatever words that I want to as long as it's behind the membership, because Facebook does not like even words I've used on my public website, the usingeossafely.com website. I'm actually moving everything behind the membership because they actually, their arms are very long and they're like, sorry, we don't like the words you use on your website. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, pretty funny. That's all I can see. Can't see a name, but yes, that is super, super funny. Sorry. Any other questions, guys? I just feel like answering your questions. I just feel like it's so helpful to just get on here live sometimes and not rely on the Facebook group. Sometimes I don't see the notifications and your questions are hidden. Sometimes, so it's sometimes nice to just get on here and just chat. It's so super fun. So if there's anything else that I can help you with, there's another question from Ashley asking about the, okay, let me just read it. I have read where you suggest not to ingest an essential oil, but in one section of the Learning Center it says, an exception would be making a throat spray with honey to soothe the soreness or help alleviate tonsillitis, although chamomile tea is even better. If you do this, be sure to shake, shake, shake well before spraying to ensure the essential oils have broken down into the smallest particles possible before spraying. Pure essential oils directly on the skin can cause irritation and redness. Isn't that ingestion essentially? It kind of is and it kind of isn't. You do have the honey which sort of acts as a carrier, but everything is about risk versus benefit. In the situation of potentially, it's actually my daughter who had tonsillitis, potentially having surgery, this could be an option for you. I don't recommend drinking it, and you will have micro droplets if you spritz a couple of pumps on the back of the throat. You are having micro droplet fractions of an essential oil in that recipe. Definitely recommend using chamomile tea first. Definitely recommend using the sore throat blend on the outside of the throat first. There's a throat coat tea. There are definitely other options, but tonsillitis is a pretty serious issue. So sometimes using something like a spray that has minimal and safe essential oils in it could potentially be something that could save somebody from needing surgery. In the case of my daughter, she was simply allergic to the cat. Get rid of cat, get rid of tonsillitis. So, let's see. Kathleen was asking, it's the last one on this thread. If you guys have any more questions, drop them in. Otherwise, I will shut this off after I answer this last question. If you guys still have questions, then I'll still be here answering them. Kathleen is asking, I really need a comprehensive list of what is safe for my kids, diffusing and topical. You can absolutely find that in our learning center. So go to leahjacobson.com. Enroll for free in the Learning Center. Scroll down until you find the yellow box. Click Children in the tab, and there's a ton of information over there so that you can discover what is safe and what is not safe for your kids. Alrighty, so I'm not seeing any more questions. You guys were awesome. I hope you learned a lot tonight. I will be happy to answer any more questions you may have. You can email me as well using eossafely.com or at gmail.com. Ask your questions in the Learning Center as well. I can be more blunt and I don't have to use words like phalange. So I hope you guys have a great night and I will talk to you later. See ya.